Hello everybody, it's Lisa Freeman here from stampingwithlisa.com, and I've got some exciting things to show you today from the new Spring Mini that starts January 5th. I can't show you the catalog yet because it hasn't gone out to everybody, but I can show you what I've gotten from it. So I'm going to be using one of the things that's inside of it today, and it's called Friends Are Like Seashells Bundle. And it's got the shells, which is this stamp set, which is absolutely gorgeous. And let me get my computer going real quick. And I was playing with it today, and I wanted to just pop one and show you what I made. It's kind of hard to see from the glare on the camera. Let me see if I can kind of tilt it a little bit so you can see it better. I think the one on the left is looking good, but the one on the right is a little bit shiny. But what I did was I put gold leafing on here, so I'm going to show you how I did it. And it's really pretty easy. It does make a little bit of a mess, but you just got to wear something that is not really good clothes, like put on a little apron or something, because it'll get all over you. But it was really fun, and I wanted to show you how to do it. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to make this card. They're exactly the same, they're just different colors. So for this one that I'm doing today, this is Blushing Bride paper that I used, and Sahara Sand for the background. And then for this one, it was Blushing Bride for the background, and then I used Very Vanilla for the seashell part. And then the paper that's behind it is the designer paper that comes with that bundle, or suite. It's actually a suite. But anyway, it's got so much stuff. I'm going to show you everything right now. So let's just put that aside. So first we've got the stamp set, the Friends Are Like Seashells, and it comes with the bundle, the Seaside Shells dies, which is this big one, and then you get these little ones too. So I'm going to be using this one today. And then you also have an embossing folder, which looks like this. This is the actual embossing folder, but that's kind of a picture of what it looks like, and it kind of goes this way. And it's absolutely beautiful. So let me show you the paper too. So the paper, we've got this big old pack of paper, and I've already used some of it, but so you've got one side that's like printed, and then the other side looks kind of like a textured, I used this one for mine. It looks kind of like sand. I thought it was really cool. Then there's another one, this one, that I thought was really pretty. I don't really like that side too much, but this side I loved. I wish it was kind of more swirled in there, so that's what I used for this one, was this part right here. I used like half of each. So that's what goes behind that one. And then let me just pull it out and I'll show you some of the other pieces in here. So we've got this, oh gosh, this piece is so pretty. So this is the blue one that's kind of like the one I used, and then on the back we've got those seashells. Then we've got that pink one, that's the one that I used on the other card. It's pink and yellow. And then we've got this one, which I think is pretty cool. It's kind of like watercolor drips or something, and that's got the seashells on the back. This one is just blue and pink. Oh, that's really pretty. I didn't even pull it all the way out. That's really pretty. I love it. And then the back is more seashells. And then the very last piece is blue with just some like polka dots on the back. So that's the paper that comes in that suite. It's really pretty. And then what we're gonna do, I'm making this one, but like I told you, they're exactly the same pretty much, except the colors are different. So let me show you what you need. I hope you guys are having a great day today. We're having a big sale at Stampin' Up. Hey, Deborah. We're having a humongous sale, so hopefully you guys got in on that this morning. It's still going on. It's going to be going on until things sell out. So some things have already sold out, but there's still plenty left. So you can head on over to my website, stampingwithlisa.com, and check it out. And it's also in the link of this video that I'm going to post on YouTube after I finish. So this is what you need right now for this card. You need crumb cake. Oops, wait a minute. This is not crumb cake. This is Sahara Sand. I wrote the wrong thing on there. Let me cross that out. It's Sahara Sand. Sorry about that. All right, so Sahara Sand 5.5 by 8.5, Blushing Bride 5 1/4 by 4, and the designer paper that I just showed you 5 1/4 by 4 also. And it's called Sand and Sea. And then this little piece of vanilla for the words. It's 2 3/4 by 3/4. So I'll let you take a screenshot of that if you want to. And then I'm going to take all these off. Okay, so the piece that we really need to start with is this one. So what I did first was I ran it through the die cutting machine just like this. So I put it through the die cutting machine and then it comes out like this. So it just pops right out and it's really, really easy to cut. Everything just falls right out of it. So that's what you get when you put it through the die cutting machine. Then I took that piece after I die cut it and I put it through the embossing folder. So you just match it up in here and it's really easy to match it up. You just, oops, this is the wrong side. Oh, no it's not. Alright, so you put it in here, line it up exactly with the image behind it so you can see exactly where it goes. And when you get it exactly on top of it, so that looks good, then you just put it in there like that so you can see what it looks like. And then you just put it back through the die cutting machine, and when it comes out, then you get this. So you cut it and emboss it. I cut first. You can do it either way, but I found when I embossed it first, then die cut it, it kind of smushed the image a little bit. So I liked it better cutting first and then doing the embossing part. And this is what it looks like if you just emboss it and you don't cut it out. So it's really, really pretty. I just love it. It's beautiful on its own. You really don't even have to do much to it. So that would make a really pretty card just without even putting the gold on it. You could just put it on there. But I wanted to try out this gold leafing because I saw it before it came out and I really wanted to try it. So let me show you what I did. And it's not hard. The recommendation with it is that you use the heat and stick powder, but I have never been a fan of heat and stick powder. I've never really had good luck with it. So I went online to YouTube this morning and I looked up gold leafing and how to make it stick. So I found some other ways and it pretty much said you can use whatever glue you want. It'll stick to whatever. So I decided to get out my, oh, what is this called? Silicone pad. And I'm going to use the Mono Multi-Liquid Glue. So all I did was put some glue right here in the corner. Not a whole lot, just a little blob. And then this is what the leafing comes in this little jar. And it looks like it's not that much, but I dumped some out into one of these containers that I got. You know, it's like the stuff you get your ham and turkey in. And I just dumped a little bit in here. And it really looks like I have not even touched what's in there. I mean, there's so much in there, it's not even funny. So it's going to last you a long, long time. So I've got my glue here, and I just have a Stampin' sponge. And what I'm going to do is take the glue, get it all over the sponge, and then I'm just going to dab it all over the shells. Just wherever you want the leafing to stick to. So once you do that, you're going to take your container, make sure you don't have anything blowing like a fan or anything going, and you just lay it in here and give it a good press. Get it to kind of stick. Uh-oh. I forgot. Oh, no, I didn't. Whew, had a little heart attack for a minute. All right, so after you press it down, you're going to lift it up, and it's all stuck everywhere. So you need one of these little brushes. This is our old stipple brush. And you're just going to wipe it off. And it'll stick to wherever you have the glue. So don't worry about messing it up. You really can't mess it up. And this is just to get most of it off. And it's like, it just grows. I mean, it's like it just never lays down. It's all fluffy and kind of goes everywhere. So if you have a fan on or the heat on or anything, make sure you don't sit right near it. All right, then I'm going to flip it over, kind of wipe it off the back too. This is not something you want your kids playing with. So if you have little kids, make sure you don't open this around them or it'll be everywhere. Okay, so it does take a minute to get it all off of there. All right, so that's most of it. And then I'm just gonna lay it down here and kind of wipe it off better. It's easier when you have it flat on something. And you can kind of rub it too, and that'll help. And then just wipe it all off. It's funny, for some reason it really doesn't stick to this brush like it sticks to everything else, which is a good thing. And then whatever's left here on your paper, you can just dump it back into the box. Alright, so I think I got most of it. This is actually, today's the first time I've ever used this, so it's really easier than I thought it would be. Alright, so I'm going to take my paper here and kind of dump it back in to this. Well, let me use the brush to do it. So it just pours right back into your container, and you really do need a big container to put it in, because if you don't, it's going to go everywhere. You can't just leave it in the jar or it'll be a mess. So now it's all in the container here. I'm just going to put the lid back on. Okay, so it didn't make too much of a mess, just a little bit. Make sure you get like a dryer sheet or something to kind of wipe off your table. All right, so that's the hardest part right there. So see what it looks like after you finish? I think it's just so pretty. It just gives it a really, really shimmery look. All right, so then we're just gonna glue this down, and I'm gonna do dimensionals. So let me just put a few on the back of these shells. I didn't bring the little mini ones with me, so I'm just gonna cut a few. And you kind of have to use a bunch because it's got so many little intricate pieces to it. Let me cut a couple. So you can put some on the little skinnier pieces over here, just to hold it down. All right, so I think maybe one more right here. All right, so that looks good. So now we're just gonna take all these off. And talk amongst yourself while I pull all these off. I tell you, I went to Costco this morning and it was so packed in there, and I mean you could barely move, and I thought, wow, they're really not having any kind of restriction on how many people come in this place, because it was just wall to wall. You couldn't even move. It was crazy. And I mean, today is what, Tuesday? So Tuesday at like 10:30 in the morning, it's packed. And I'm thinking, does anybody not work? I mean, today's my day off, so I was off work, but I thought, wow, this place, it looked like the day after Thanksgiving or something. All right, so that's what it looks like once you glue it down. And then we need to stamp our words. So I've got the words from the stamp set, and we're gonna do that in crumb cake. And you can see I got a little bit of the gold. I had this pad open when I was doing it in my stamp room, and it got kind of on stuff on the ink pad. So make sure your ink pads are closed when you're doing this. All right, so we're just going to stamp this on our vanilla piece. And that came out perfect. See how sparkly that is? All right, and then we want to cut a little arrow on that end. And we actually do have a new punch that does this, but I forgot to bring it in here, so we're just going to do it by hand right now. All right, and then we want to put some ribbon on the back of this, so I'm just going to use some regular tape and cut just a little piece like this to make a little, what do you call that? I don't know what it's called. A little banner or something like that. All right, and then we're just going to trim that down. I think I want to spread these apart a little bit more. Okay, so that looks like that, and I really need to trim it down a little bit more because it's too long still. And this is the new ribbon I forgot to show you. This is really pretty ribbon. I don't know if you can see, this is called Fine Art Ribbon, and it doesn't really have a color to it. It looks kind of like crumb cake, I would think. And then it's got gold. See all the gold flecking in there? I thought it was really pretty to go with this card since it's got all the gold on it. So I'm going to put a couple of dimensionals on the back of here. Just put one right on that ribbon. Got all this trash here. Let me get that out of the way. Alright, and then we're going to put this on the front. I tried different things. I didn't want to cover up too much of what I had done here, so I just wanted to put something little on the front. So we'll just kind of put that right here. And then we're going to glue that to the back of this paper. So I'm just going to use some snail. And the snail was on sale today for $1.80. So I snatched up a bunch of those suckers this morning. I was going to do it first thing when I woke up this morning, but as luck would have it, I woke up at like 3 in the morning to go to the bathroom. And I said, you know what, I might as well just go ahead and put my order in right now, because the sale started at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I figured by the time I got up, it would probably be a lot of things sold out. So, all right, so there you go, all done. So what do you think? Which card do you like better? The one, this one, or the one on the right, or the one on the left? Tell me what you think. And if you're watching this on replay, please leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you're watching it on YouTube, also please leave me a comment. Like it, share it. Let me know what you think about my video. I know I'm still new at doing videos. I've only been doing them for a couple of years, and I kind of just got back into it in the last few months. So once the pandemic started, I had to start doing more videos because my classes can't meet here. So anyway, let me know what you think, as long as it's nice. Please don't put anything not nice. And also, if you have not subscribed to my YouTube channel, please subscribe and click the little bell to get notified every time I do a video. And if you want to order something, today is a great day to order because we've got that big sale going on. Plus the clearance rack has tons and tons of stuff on there. So just check out my website, stampingwithlisa.com. And I would love to have you as a customer. And I will always send you a thank you card and a gift for your order. So please check it out. And I've got lots more stuff on my website and my YouTube channel. So check those out too. I thank you for stopping by and stamping with me today, or watching me stamp. I didn't really stamp too much for this card because it's just mostly cutting stuff out and embossing. But anyway, you guys have a great day, and thanks so much for joining me, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.